Hello and welcome to the last best of two of Europe for today. It is AGG versus Gambit. Gambit, a team who have had some good T sides compared to their CT side. Starting on the CT side, we see GruBy and co making it into the bomb site. We've got the CTs in control of the shop area. It's also off-commonly called kitchen actually, because of previous versions of the map. But there we go, it is now a shop. You can even see the till right in front of you, right there.
Alright, well, bomb is ticking. This means C4 is going to explode soon. Unless these CTs can defuse the bomb. Welcome to Counter-Strike. Nice. Here goes GruBy. He's not having the best time of it, and that was a pretty nice delay there from Hooch in that engagement. Because Hooch was actually, he's trying to like draw fire there, just kind of trying to just keep a little bit of his shoulder stuck out there so that that's like we will keep trying to shoot him whilst AdreN had the opportunity to close the distance. So that's kind of nice there. He's trying to make it a sure thing because there's always that possibility if you take the full-on fight, you get instantly killed. Then then GruBy would get a 1 versus 1. You want to try to always avoid that. So it's a nice small touch there from the Gambit players and AGG. I would expect them to have a rough time against Gambit, but
what are they doing?
You never know. They're probably just having a discussion, James. Existential crisis.
It's pretty early. It's round 2, Dan.
It's never too early for an existential crisis. I'm having one right now.
MP9s. I'm going to use more MP9 these days. Although I have a really embarrassing clip with an MP9 where I rushed up mid on Dust 2 as a CT, obviously, since I had MP9. And there was an opponent top mid, and he was lagged out. And I tried to shoot him and it wouldn't register, and then his teammate killed me when I ran out of bullets. It's quite the highlight.
I would just always buy an imp. It's just so much better.
Where's the fun in that?
It's just so much better. It's just so much.
Yeah, but I have a hot rod. You know, I'm really trying to find a, what do you call that yellow one? The bulldozer. But people are trying to sell them for like $2,000 because they're rare. Doesn't even look good. Like the hot rod's better. But I have the factory new bulldozer for Mag 7. That's why. There's literally nothing to talk about here, which is why I'm talking about skins.
What's your favorite map in Counter-Strike?
Cash.
What's your favorite thing to spend cash on?
I'm trying not to spend cash. That's the thing. So I don't have a favorite thing to spend cash on because I don't want to spend cash.
Surely you do.
If I don't know. Let me see. Are you talking about Counter-Strike stuff or just
well, I'm just trying to play the word association game. So you said cash after the map.
Okay, within the game then. Within the game, favorite thing to spend cash on.
The game, but okay.
Okay, well, going for the knife. No. I don't know that I have a favorite thing to spend cash on. Food?
Food.
I don't know.
Well, I guess that's an answer. I
like to eat good food.
I don't even really feel at all motivated to continue this word association game now. Good.
Well, you shouldn't because there's a buy coming out for both teams now, Dan.
Okay.
We have the AWP onto Mo. We have 5 AKs onto AGG. You know what AGG stands for?
Aggro.
Stands for AGG, Dan. A good game. I don't know what it stands for.
I don't know. I should believe you there. Wouldn't surprise me.
Well, Mo off to a good start, but Furlan just waits for him to go for the repeat. Greedy Mo will be taken down by the Polish player.
Furlan sneaking through the smoke. Why would he do this?
I really like the strat where people put that default smoke onto short and then throw the smoke through there, closer to the B sign, so they can rush and B split or rush into ladder room or whatever they want to do. But it completely disables the AWP there. You see it every so often, but not very often. But I would like to see it more. So. This is something we're seeing more commonly as well. This angle onto the bricks, bit of an off angle there. Nice kill by AdreN, but instantly traded. So 3 versus 3, we have Dosia over towards the B-bomb site on his own. Seems the bomb and repo are going to be rotating towards A, I would imagine, because rallen is in Palace, but it seems no. They're going to go towards B. Eventually gets a spray down, needs to get the reload, but he may not realize that wayLander is in position on A slope. And Dosia still not rotating out of B yet because they haven't seen the bomb, so smart play by the CTs, but they are so spread out. He needs to find 2 kills as Dosia, and he has a UMP to do it with.
Yeah, this is going to be pretty interesting because Dosia actually has a surprise element, so he's probably going to win this round for them. There's the first frag, bomb is dropped on the floor, and wayLander picks up the second kill as well. So rip this round for rallen, who is very, very far away. And we saw, you know, rallen after he got the spray on the player on the A bomb side there, he kind of shook his mouse. I once knew a player who, when he would see people do that, he's like, oh, I guess he's just cleaning his mouse. Instead of obviously he's frustrated and shaking his mouse around. It's like, oh, he's cleaning his mouse. Like, what is this? Like 2001, people are using a ball mouse still. Do you remember those days, James? Cleaning ball mice.
You know, when I got this
Picking off the dirt.
I got this crappy job at my old work in IT support, and the first thing I did was well, first clean the ball mice stand. Second thing I did was replace all the ball mice with laser mice. And then I was already, the legend was born, Dan. I introduced laser mice and the legend was born.
Nice. I remember playing with the Logitech Pilot ball mouse, that was good. Really good mouse.
That's a meaty nade.
I feel like this is doomed to fail somehow, but they do have rallen trying to pick with the orb. And look at how many nades continue to sail in, and they are now disincentivized. They have been ejected from the B apartments. And who is it that continues on B apps, actually?
Furlan.
Is it okay, Furlan. So he's going to stay there with the P250. And now they're going to serve themselves up on a platter. So Mo, like a cheese plate. But where's the wine?
I haven't eaten cheese for a while, actually. Because I only get cheese when I get a haircut, Dan. And I haven't had time to get a haircut, Dan. Therefore, no cheese. No cheese.
Does your barber give you cheese?
No, but I wouldn't be so surprised because there is a type of kebab.
Cheese and barbers.
In the Netherlands, there's a type of kebab called kapsalon, which means barbershop.
Right.
Because it's like a kebab of chips in it or something, right? And some Dutch dude came up with it, and he was a barber, so they called it barbershop. So there we go.
Okay.
So don't mock barbershops and food, my friend, because they're closer than you think.
Fair enough.
But no, near the barbershop is a cheese place, a fromagerie.
Fromagerie.
Or whatever. So I go there and get my cheese, my little
fromage on
pieces of bread. Well, not bread, but crackers. That's the one what I'm looking for.
Anyway, continue this once we see the end of how this mid defense is going to pan out for the CTs, because they do have quite the presence there, 3 players, and there's a lot of dudes, many dudes, walking upon the underpass. They are trespassing. Jones going to go down though, and wayLander will get the call, and both Repo and Furlan getting kills there, and more entry frags. Mo's going to have to kill everyone now. He just have some help. So he's going to pick the kill, but he's too low now, so is Mo. They really should just go for the save at this point. That's very unfortunate. I mean, those aim battles were very favorable for the CTs. To be honest, I have no idea how they didn't get the kills there, so that's quite unlucky for Gambit, and they're going to lose this round. But if they can save the 2 rifles that they have now, then they have a good buy going into the next round, I should think, and then they get the opportunity to try and reset AGG. But that's a bit heartbreaking for them to lose a round in this way, I would say.
Such is life, my friend.
C'est la vie.
Such is life. Do you remember how popular the Asimov was? The Asimov was like the skin, right?
Yeah, I suppose so. I never had one though.
I have one, but it's on my alt account because I don't use it. I might move from the fish gun to the Wasteland Rebel for now. I'm feeling a change, Dan. Not that I'll be able to play in it anytime soon.
I really miss playing Counter-Strike.
You know what? Playing in a hotel at MLG was not easy, but it was doable until the players arrived, and then like all the porn downloads started, and I couldn't get any ping below 300 then. But it's it's a bit fiddly, even on my lovely 14-inch laptop.
I would never play on a laptop. Need to be able to have good performance all around.
Yeah, it does. It's most of the time it's not worth it. I need to see it with a stable connection, but here we go. Fast play into the A site with an auto sniper, but it's not going to work out. Hooch not getting a single frag. All he got was a bit of information. That information cost him about $7,000 in total. So the CTs are now exiled from the A site, but wayLander's coming in there. He can shoot behind that box as well, actually. Indeed, he will do. Well, shoot around the box and get himself another frag. Now we've got AGG players coming close. trying to cover the bomb plant. The triple plant has a good plant to the team. But can Furlan get the second frag for his team? Indeed he can, leaving it to Mo versus Furlan. Furlan of 19 HP. Nades flying in. Mo's got a Molotov as well. It's going to be hard for him to get a defuse. Will he see this flashbang coming? He won't, but he's going to get the frag regardless. Running back to get the AWP as well, and then the defuse will come in. So nice play by Mo, and Gambit off to winning ways. AGG have been reset.
Well, that's a very, very nice way to handle things there from Gambit. Good defense. I really like the AGG went for a fast contact play into the A bomb site. It's usually quite effective. They're unlucky actually in that the auto sniper was purchased and used to good effect in the round, because the auto sniper is one of the counters to a fast play like that. Because once the smokes go down, you just keep spamming to great effect. So and that's what happened. 2 frags there. So another fast play coming in from AGG. They just want to smack down Gambit's economy now, feeling the pressure. But this defense is insanely strong. Only losing 1 player, that's actually massive, because their buy was not perfect. But now they pick up some AKs, or at least 1 AK, and they're going to be really comfortable because AGG, they can't really fight with anything in this round. Gambit looking like they're going to go to a 7th round, and AGG not really much to speak of. They're going to be, well, let's just say it sucks for them. We saw some good AWPing from the other Mo, the Mo across the sea, across the water.
Across the way.
Across the large body of water. I'm afraid of open water, James.
Is it because of your swimming skills then?
I'm deeply afraid of it. I just think that human beings weren't designed to be in that environment where most of the predators can just completely wreck you. Some are even invisible. Like, you know the Irakunji jellyfish, James? You can't even see them. And if they sting you, you die. So you can't even see them. They're not visible.
I didn't know that, Dan.
You just die.
But that's what boats are for, Dan. You get in the boats.
Yeah, but a boat's okay, I guess. But being in the open water, when there's all this stuff that you can't see, swims about 10 times faster than you, will rip you to shreds.
You know, have you ever seen a basking shark?
No, maybe, I don't know.
Okay, we'll talk about it
Sharks,
later.
Sharks, man. All right, here we go. We got another push coming in. The AGG been favoring the fast pace on a lot of these rounds, and you can see right now, Rallen's going to make his way in very quickly onto the Biaps. He gets a fast pick, and his teammates are trying to just edge their way up catwalk right now. wayLander is really important to get some. He needs to get the kills here. There's one. He needs to thin out this this split, trying to hit the B bomb site. The bomb is down actually on top mid, so AGG maybe a little bit messy here, because they're trying to gain forward position. It really did look like they wanted to split onto B, but they had to go back for the bombs. So they've abandoned B apps now, and the plan is more likely to be towards A now. They get the pick from Palace into the A bomb side. So indeed, it looks like A could be a good focal point. 3 versus 3. And Furlan in the window room is going to be able to potentially really help to secure the victory in this round. Q James. James is missing his Q.
What kind of Q? Snooker Q?
Sure. Get your Ronnie O'Sullivan on.
So I was just looking at the big map actually. All the CTs are quite spread out in isolation, as obviously they are strained. You can see Hooch is just looking through CPO where Furlan is. Bit of a standoff there while 2 people creep into the site for the T's. Hooch will spot the rotation, which means that AdreN can rotate from the B bomb site. He's going to go towards short, where there are some T's looking, but that's going to be smoked off. But that will allow him to get close for free. And you can see the bomb was trying to be planted actually. Oh, AdreN got a kill regardless. They were trying to plant the bomb for short so they could defend it from there. But that would have made it easy for him to get the flank on. And now all the T numbers are running down and they won't get the plant after all. Gambit with a nice hold there. I mean, that smoke went down towards short and you saw AdreN rotate to short from B. I think he had a read on the situation and just went for the shot through the smoke to stop any plant from going down there. So one can presume that would be good communication from his teammates.
I suppose so.
So basking shark is like this big shark, right?
Okay.
But it's vegetarian and it lives off the coast of Dorset, Dover? Dover? Yeah, Dover.
I was going to say Dorset. That's
not Dorset.
I spent much time in that sea.
Yeah, no, Dover.
That's where I'm from.
Off the shore of Dover. They're like the size of cars, like height-wise.
Oh my god.
And the length of probably 2-3 cars.
Oh my god.
And they look extremely scary then, but they're vegetarians. You can go and swim with them.
don't think I'd be making friends with the Blasting Shark anytime soon. Alright, well, looks like this is cleaned up pretty well from Gambit. I mean, Gambit have been doing pretty damn well. I mean, you can see it reflected in their cash that they've been having a lot of clean rounds. So these defenses largely, by and large, have been very good from them. And it's quite interesting to see how dominant they are now if you compare the game that they had against Hellraisers, where there was a lot more turmoil, especially on the CT side of things. And okay, Mirage is a map where if you get a good economy, you expect us to get these CT rounds, but still, seeing some CT rounds won. Refreshing.
Loads of mollies on the AGG side. I love Molotov, Dan, and I know you do too.
Yep.
At least we have one thing in common.
It reminds me that the summer is coming up. It's barbecue season soon. Time to have many a barbecue. Not in England though.
Not even in England.
Not
Never mind London. Just
generally in England. England generally does not have the.
I've got George Foreman grill.
The weather for that sort of thing.
Barbecue time all the time.
All right. Well, it's going to be the potential for a multiple pronged attack here from AGG. They got players in connector. Might be able to boost one into window. Got a guy in Palace as well, but they seem to be somewhat committed here towards the A-bomb site. The main issue is this kind of triangle of a setup that Gambit have. So Hooch there in shadows could be very strong, but in actual fact, they're going to keep the lurker in the Palace. He's going to rotate back to CT spawn, whilst AGG crawl. They creep. They're crawling in my skin, James. It's wounds. They cannot heal.
Oh, don't, please.
They're getting up short and smashed down again on the defense. Gambit, for some reason, Gambit, they're just crushing them, and I would never have expected it to look this severe. But every time they're contesting these major areas, Gambit are really hitting these shots, just completely blocking off short. Because that looked like a really good idea. Because all they have to do is trade 1-on-1. They have 3 players there. They have to get 2 players onto the bomb site. They get a bomb down. They have the lurker who comes in middle later on. He can probably split off attention of another CT. Then the round looks really good. But instead, all 3 of them die on short, which is kind of nuts. So credit to Gambit for being so strong on these. Critical choke points. Yeah,
well, Gambit have won 6 rounds in a row, which means that AGG are at maximum loss bonus, which means they can buy, and buy. If they get bomb plants during these buys, and that will be a definite boon, a slight boon, in fact, for their economy.
Big boon.
Well, there we go. So you need rounds,
big bad
as well as guns. Stop. You're getting carried away with your own poor humour. Just calm it the hell down.
All right then. See, I'm not appreciated here.
So Hyper is just walking around A on his own, while his team, it looks like they're starting to emerge up top mid now, extremely slowly. Slow has been like one of the words of many of the matches in this qualifier so far.
The operating function, yeah.
Not to be confused with operating C10 down.
Operating what? Anyway, we've got the push to split onto B. I think they wanted the previous round to look something like this, and now they've actually got themselves in there. So Dosia's up on the apps, and he's going to pop through. That double would have been really sick. He could have controlled the apps, and that would have led to a lot of issues for AGG, and his teammates from Shop would be able to get in. But instead, now they're really stuck here on the outskirts with not much really in the way of opportunity to enter the bomb site. So what they can really hope to do is just get some exits, and we might see them able to accomplish that. There is one battle lost. Hyper able to find one. Hooch going for the frags, and he's going to get a couple of frags. And oh wow, nice damage from Hooch. He actually wants to go for it now, but of course the bomb is too far ticked at this point. And I still don't know why Hyper has got Water Dog at the end of his name. It seems to be quite.
I was thinking of the film Waterboy, which I don't think I've actually seen, but that's the only connection I can make, Dan.
That's pretty far-fetched.
So Gambit have got loads of money here. Got 12k on multiple players, so they don't want to be very concerned at all. And even after a 5-man full buy, they still have a reasonable amount of money, considering there are 3 rounds remaining, including this one. So they're okay, money-wise. So let's see what AGG choose to do. So it seems AGG in the previous round are trying to give Gambit an opportunity to make a mistake with the 3-man top mid hold, as you saw there. Presumably to try and take a different approach rather than just being punished for pushing around Let's slow things down and see if we are afforded a chance. And indeed, similar things are happening at the moment. We don't have the lurker towards A anymore, but the lurker towards B has got a pick. AdreN is over towards shorts, and he's going to have to move back to hold down the B bomb site. But there isn't a push. AGG choosing not to necessarily capitalize, although Rallen's throwing some nades in there, perhaps to try and draw a rotation. Meanwhile, Hyper's moving back over towards the A site. Mo's taking a lot of damage moving through that Molotov. And there are 3 people in the mid area now, Rallen going through the underpass. So it seems that it's going to be an A split after all, but maybe that changes with the frag from repo. He's got a bomb, and he is on short. And now the bomb's dead on short. He's been taken down by Hooch.
Yeah, you can see that the CTs are very confused as to what's happening, and they're slowly getting picked off one by one as they're rotating all over the place. So pretty chaotic. I mean, the AGG getting one of those amazing situations where you get picks on both sides of the map, and as the TTs then are just like, well, what? Like, what do I do? Where do I go? And AdreN's going to get finished off there handily by the remainder of AGG. Now we'll be able to see what Gambit have to save for themselves. They got a big economy. Can they stop the momentum now of the opposing side? Ooh, yes, I like this. We get the auto sniper out again. I don't think AGG will go for a fast contact play again, because despite that being fun, they didn't really get success with it. So they're instead just going to go for a really fast B hit, which is actually quite cool to see as well. So hey, if not an A, it's going to be B, and here come the nades, here comes the defense. Dosia's looking pretty good, lots of damage. The nades were pretty strong, it's a 3 versus 3. GruBy is basically a walking corpse with 5 HP, and the bomb will be planted by Rahkonen finally. But Mo picking off GruBy, leaving only 2 players left alive, and it does seem as though the CTs are aware somewhat of the positioning of the remaining players on AGG. Now, the AWP is searching from the back towards the bench. Hyper knows that he's in trouble, and there you go. Mo will find that kill with that AWP, and it's going to pop off Rallen's head as well. So that's a pretty sick recovery from Gambit, to be honest. Super fast rush on B. Looks like it failed.
Yeah, it was not successful, Dan, and that's going to leave AGG with a forced buy. We'll see if they are able to muster more than 3 rifles. So it's a good chance for Gambit to get to a 12-3 half here. That would be quite the performance. We'll see what they are able to produce. And let's have a look at the initial setup from AGG. This time they've got 2 people going over towards B, the B site. 2 people holding towards A, and repo was extremely passive towards mid, but he's in fact just given it up entirely. So you can see there's some T players moving through the underpass. AdreN is quite pushed on short, just wondering what's going on. wayLander had an opportunity to be in connector looking towards the underpass, but now the teammates over from AGG on A slope are running distraction. You can see wayLander now moving back into position, and he's going to be forced to rotate again. So almost on the verge of finding loads of information, had to go back. Now wayLander will in fact run distraction while AdreN comes in for a frag onto short. He's going to get absolutely wrecked. Trades coming in both directions, leaving Hyper, the water dog apparently, on his own on B's A slope. Versus 3. He's got 60 HP, so his position should have been known. You can see Dosia looking for a bit of rotation, but he's indeed been spotted on A, going for the 1 versus 2 now. He only has a decoy left. Trying to find out where these CTs are. There's 2, 1 more to find. Dosia fires, doesn't connect. And Hyper's going to get a nice 3-man at the end there to give AGG a much needed 4th round.
Yeah, sick clutch from Hyper, and I mean the guy is very individually skilled. I think we've seen him be a bit flat of late, and I feel like he's one of those players that will once again show that he's super sick at some point, because his aim is really next level, to be honest. We can see that he didn't really get enabled as perhaps AGG would have liked in this matchup so far, but they're going to switch sides. AGG will find themselves in the more reactive side, the CT side, as Gambit get to take the reins of the pace of the match. And you know, Gambit playing a slower style. Maybe we'll see them pick AGG to pieces. Maybe we will see Hyper come into a resurgence to win some of the aim battles to make the difference. Time will be or will deliver the answers rather. Rallen looking for the answers himself towards middle, and he's going to find 3 players. So the info is coming.
Boom. Got nades flying all over the place. 1 man down for either side. AGG stopping the T's from pushing through the smoke, and they're going to rotate their position now. It could be a flank between the on the connector T player if the CTs choose to go there as well. AdreN indeed has been taken down around connector, so Furlan and co looking good at the moment. Definitely got a man advantage or two. Dosia is going to finally be finished off, so it's Hooch versus 4. This would be pretty impressive if he was able to do this. Range disadvantage as well, but he will not take any more than the 1 for Gambit. So now the question is, with the bomb bonus, will Gambit go for some additional pressure in the following round, or save for the AKs?
Yeah, and the thing there as well is the way they ended up on the bomb site. It's when you get onto that A side, it's always really, really nice, I think, as the Ts to get to push and get forward positions. So you just like push CT spawn and so on, as with a bunch of players. One of the reasons is because otherwise you see that the Ts have to fall back, and if you're playing a Glock from the slope, that range just sucks. Really, for the Glocking player. Like if you're there alone, you're just screwed.
Even if somebody is defusing the bomb and you shoot them in the head,
yeah,
they're still going to be alive.
Yeah. It's very fickle, so well, we will see the Tech 9s come into play. I really like this. Tech 9 execute, let's go. And let's see if they can break the economy straight away. And it's, I mean, if they do this, then AGG are pretty screwed. They might just lose the match outright, but they're trying to fake it actually. They've got a bomb moving towards the B apartments, in towards the B-bomb site. But the problem with a fake like this with the Tech 9s is that the strength of Tech 9s is in numbers. And if you're doing a fake, James, like this, you don't have any numbers. Because you're all over the place.
Yeah, but it's always curious, like when you see these fakes come in, they never push the B site fast enough after the rotation. So, well, let's see how it's going to work out for them.
Yeah, I mean, they're on the site, but they won't get anything done. I have to say, I really do dislike going for a fake in a round like that. I mean, I feel like it's okay if you have rifles, because with rifles you can get a lot of value, and you're very dynamic in very many situations. You can get a lot done with 2 players, but with Tech 9s, the strength is in numbers. The strength is running and taking positions fast and shooting your opponents, swarming them. And with all the chaos of the grenades and cutting them off the long ranges with smokes on the A site, that's really strong. But instead they kind of go for what appears to be a weaker play, and AGG shut it down easily. So, and that's a missed opportunity, because Gambit also, they got the bomb plant and then they invested in that, instead of waiting 1 round to get AKs. So now we're going to see the eco out of them. They did manage to get a nice 1 dig in mid, but so they're going to have to get more damage than that to make up for the previous round. They're going to have to get at least 2 more frags to make up for that previous round.
So the Gambit side are, for the most part, moving over towards the A site. Got Dosia to just slow the rotation a little bit. He is over towards B. You can see Furlan on short and Hyper in the B site itself. But obviously, this is going to be quite the gauntlet for Gambit to run, but how long will they wait? 50 seconds left on the clock, and all the Gambit side are just standing around. Dosia starting to duel in the B apps now. That's going to pull Furlan away a little bit, so this is the time for the Gambit side to charge on A, and indeed the charge is starting to come in, but can they get any frags? They've only got pistols again. Bombs down on the floor, and AdreN is running back to the checkpoint, leaving Dosia alone. And he will fall as well.
So no frags, really, apart from 1. And that means that AGG are gonna not have, if they lose this round, there's no way that they need to eco. So they're in a great spot there. And I'm curious what Gambit will throw at them in this round if they all go fast, like AGG like to do. Or, I mean, okay, it's Gambit. We know they're not going to go fast, so never mind. Oh, 2 men running up mid here though for AGG, and they're looking for the aggressive play. And even though Gambit expect it, they can't get the kills there. But they are getting kills towards A. They're getting kills towards the underpass now. It's looking really chaotic. 2 versus 2 after like 10 seconds. Crazy. Gambit's wayLander there, picking up a crag in CT. Now GruBy against the world. Well, just 2 players.
Yeah, but the bomb has to cross to the site itself, which is what GruBy is banking on. The flashes are perfect, however, and he will get taken down. 12-7 in favor of Gambit. The money is a bit mixed on AGG. They could go for a buy here, but that would perhaps be writing their own obituary. if it doesn't work out for them. And indeed, they are going to go for the buy. So, Hyper, AWP, no armor, while rallen rolls with the Deagle and armor. This is curious. Let's see what it can do, what it can produce. So, Gambit would do well to try and wait out any early CT aggression, because they've been quite aggressive all over the place actually, and it started to pay off for them. One frag and the trade's going to come in now, so it's going to start to favour the T side, but they need to get out of the choke points here on the A site. There's a bit of rotation from AdreN, so it's going to be Mo and Dosia to push A while AdreN goes for the rotation, but again they're just stuck on Tetris and Palace, not opting to come out. That's going to give Furlan time to move to CT, Hyper to move towards CPL, and rallen is in fact pushing top mid, which AdreN should hear and raise an alarm to his teammates. Surely he hears that. Yeah, he turned around, so he knows. He must have called that. rallen is running, and you can see Mo looking for him, but Mo's got the bomb on his own now. If he doesn't win this duel, Dosia's not in position, and the round may go to AGG. He is, however, going to win the position, and now there's going to be an instant rotation with AdreN on the B bomb site, pushing through to CT. So this is all turning around very fast. So basically, the sound of rallen's running has given up the game for AGG, and it's allowed Gambit to rotate back towards B.
Yeah, it's very scary. Oh, they don't expect AdreN to be there already, so... And that's kind of the power of AdreN, just kind of playing mad luck towards the B-apps in that round. As you say, you got the information, first of all. That information basically turned around, so... That's a pretty cool way for them to win this round. And AGG is pretty hopeless for them at that point. And now Gambit are going to be in a really good position as far as the match, winning the match goes. I mean, the money on the CTs is completely gone. They've been reset, obviously, so they're in a lot of trouble now, because Gambit, they'll go to 13 here. Eco is required. Well, they'll probably force buy, and then Eco is required. So what they should probably do is Eco 1, and then buy up the next round, probably, I think. Because Gambit are too close to winning at this point. You don't want to let them get to 14 for free. So yeah, they can afford to do one Eco, and then they would have $2,400 in addition to this, so they'd all be around 3,500 to 4K. So you can get famous. It's a pretty hard spot, to be honest. It looks like they're gonna actually do that. It is a hard call, though. I have to say. I think a lot of teams would force buy here.
So Gambit just waiting now, waiting for, because they know, obviously, we can all see the situation AGG are in. They know that the buy has been broken, although the aggression did come in on the buy itself as opposed to the eco, where they will just be holding lines at the moment. We see rallen moving through CPL, perhaps towards CPL itself, towards jungle connector, while 3 of his teammates are over towards A. Again, Gambit just holding very passively on the A site itself, with no one really towards B. Minute 15 on the clock. There's one Molotov on the Gambit side. Let's see, they need to try and identify what's going on. Again, Furlan is pushing through the up towards the underpass now, so and Gambit haven't really done anything significant just yet. Well, actually I say that, but AdreN is in the ladder room and Dosia is in the connector, so that's looking pretty good. But AdreN hasn't checked it properly. I mean, again, they've got a Molotov, they could molly that position, for example, or Dosia in connector could try and help with that if the smoke was still there. And now there are 2 AKs in the hands of the CT side. Dosia's taking 1 player down, he's going to get traded from the back for taking 2. So moving into the stack, but they are doing a not bad job of it. Down to 1 versus 2 actually. wayLander 7 HP, so this is entirely winnable for Furlan now. So Move and Orp going to get a bomb down. He can pistol Furlan, but surely he doesn't even know that. And the round is going to be absolutely thrown by Gambit. Again, it's another anti-eco, Dan. How do you feel about it?
I don't really want to think about it, to be honest. I don't really want. I've been there too many times. I'm getting flashbacks from CLG.
I mean, they got good positioning. Got a guy in ladder room, got a guy in connector. Got Molotovs, don't use them.
Anyway, 13 to 8. And double off out from AGG. I mean, double up. Don't think they've played this yet. So Gambit, their slow style, it's definitely susceptible to the double up kind of play style. Double up will get a lot more time to get angles, to to have engagements. and less time that they're blocked off from visibility. Although, did Furlan just smoke himself off? Is he doing for a tricky one-way? It looks like he's doing a tricky one-way. That is dirty. That is disgusting.
Gimmicks.
That is very gimmicky indeed. So it looks like we got 3 players for the T-side Gambit outside of connector. They could just pile through now. There's nobody there to stop them. There's 3 players from the CT side on the bomb site. Gambit have 1 player in Palace as well, so they could very easily now that they're ferrying the bomb through T-spawn to slope, snap onto that bomb site from 3 locations at once, and the connector push is gonna be savage.
That's not going to help though. CT's getting the first 3 frags.
Whoa.
And the Gambit side are being cut to ribbons now. Missed opportunity on the previous round, and it gave all AGG all these guns, all this money. 2 versus 4. Hooch looking for more CTs, but now he needs to avoid being traded. 1 connector, 1 in CT itself, and Hooch has less than 20 HP, so looks like AGG may not be out of this yet. Going for the plant, going to get instantly wrecked by Hyper. 9 to 13 now, and the money has disappeared for Gambit. They're wondering what went wrong. Of course, it was the anti-eco round.
Yeah, and now it's crazy how many grenades that AGG can load up on. It's very nice. Gambits, are they having this match kind of stolen out of their hands, out of their clutches? One wonders, as now there is a bit of momentum going in for the Polish players on the CT side of Mirage. As now Gambit, they're moving up middle. They don't have anything really going in their favor. They just have some pistols. Here goes Furlan though. He's going to miss the first shot and have to fall back. That's going to be the T's gaining a little bit of ground, but there is covering fire from teammates. And it's going to provide a pretty decent defense, but just Hooch and AdreN coming out with some frags there. Bomb is still down though, and looks like the hopes are slowly but surely being snuffed out for the Gambit side in this round. But you wouldn't really expect them to do much here. But at least we're not talking about basking sharks. Have you someone with a basking shark, James?
No, I think you can go diving like around where they swim or something. But I'm scared. I'm kind of scared of going diving, to be honest.
I'm incredibly afraid of that.
You're relying on equipment which could fail.
I don't even care about the equipment, man. The sharks, big teeth, swim really fast.
I think I would be extremely scared if I saw a basking shark, because they just look. I'm going to show you a picture actually. But those is in a 1 versus 2, so let's have a look at this first. He's only got 20 HP, but he's got a P250. No plant for him, no bonus money. Molotov to add insult to injury. So let's see if Gambit can close this one out.
Yeah, I mean, they kind of need to get it done now. Actually, if they would win this round, surprisingly, actually, AGG they don't really build any bank up yet. They've had to rebuy quite often, as we saw in that previous round. They lost too many players, to be honest. Either way, we got the Gambit side now trying to, once again, just taking it slow, just taking in a basic map control all over the place. They don't have anyone in underpass. We've got 2 top mid, bit of light pressure towards slope. AGG playing a double man, 2 men towards the slope. In fact, I think they're going to actually pressure slope to get some info, potentially. Repo could get flashed in there for the info. That would be nice. And Gambit, once again, they've got connector control. Last time they tried to go through connector with 3 players, they all got wrecked, which is kind of surprising. But now you can see that they're putting less emphasis there. There's actually much more of a spread. In fact, they're going towards B. Just generally speaking, they're going towards B. And AGG, I think they just cleared the bottom of slope. So I think AGG might have a feeling that this is happening. And they should really rotate one player.
Oh, surely he's not going to walk onto this angle. Why isn't he going for the kill there? He had all the time in the world to get that kill.
Yeah. That's crazy.
He had like 3 chances to get that kill. I can't believe he was so slow with that, but he gets the hard ones, of course.
Yeah, he's got teammates to back him up, so it's okay. I mean, so far it looks very strong for AGG. Gambit is pretty much...
that is a beautiful flashbang.
They've shown their hand, and they're just getting completely smashed here. They're getting pulverized into the finest of pulps.
So Gambit struggling again. Back on the eco. Not looking good. So there. Have a look at that shark.
Oh my god.
See the divers of it. I'm going to tweet this so people can see this for reference.
Oh my god.
Picture of a basking shark. Completely vegetarian, of course.
That is just... No. No.
Half-Fi coming out for the Gambit side. They've got some Kevlars and helmets on people, and just Tech-9s on some others. Yeah. What is the play here?
A little nifty execute onto the site, get the plant. I really wish he hadn't shown me that, but whatever. Here we go, GruBy, close to Shadow. This is a good position, a little flash in there. And we get some diving through the smoke. And AGG are wondering, where are these players? What is going on right now? Because one of them did actually dive through the smoke towards connector. He's now gone back into mid. Now he's going into underpass as the bomb is now rotating towards BS. So this is actually this is madness from Gambit. What is this? This is ridiculous. No, AdreN, you must kill him, please. Thank you. AdreN actually does get the kill there. And now we have him picking up the weapon as well. Furlan from short, putting in the bullets. And the bomb is going to be planted now. So there's actually a possibility here, although it's very slim, for Gambit to hold on to this. And if they were to do so, it would be heartbreaking for the polls of AGG. It's too easy, James. Why don't you say anything?
I was just letting you go, man.
I was clearly not speaking. How was that
I was uploading the picture of the basking sharks for the people on Twitter.
Oh right, I didn't realize.
So they can see, you know, so we can see what we're talking about.
I realized that now. I was not looking at you, so.
Real people, real sharks. Although they're vegetarian. All right, so AGG have brought the gap to 1, winning 5 rounds in a row. Gambit have only won 2 rounds on the T-half so far, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah. So, need to do a lot better than that. Furlan now is hitting the really nice shots. Again, when that smoke comes in and you jump into mid, you can just look underneath it for people who stand on the side. Although there's normally more than one person there, so you can expect to be traded. Not really worth it, I don't think. So let's see what the teams are up to at the moment. wayLander and Palace, Hooch on slope, Dosia and AdreN in the mid position. They've lost a player already. So that's Mo, it's their all pass. So they're suffering from some difficulty at the moment. AdreN's finally spotted. And he has been spotted as well. So there's not much CTs can do about that unless they start to push short, which is what rallen is doing. AdreN might be in for a nasty surprise. Going for a long-range spray down is wayLander, but it's not going to work out for him. His teammate's going to get a frag, leaving Hyper alone versus 3. So he is rotating out of B towards CPL, getting flashed actually, I think, from Dosia. Now rotating to CT itself.
Looks like they've done it finally. It looks like they're very close to closing out a round. It's been ages since Gambit really did that. Now Hyper, Water, Turk. He's ready to go, but there is nothing.
He has no kit.
He has no chance.
He has a kit now. He just picked up a kit. He just picks up a kit.
Problem is that the Gambit are playing it perfectly. They're just completely hidden. It would take way too long for him to actually discover the position safely. So he will just have to chill. And Gambit will pick up their 14th round finally. I think the money is probably fine.
Hyper's got no money.
For AGG? How was the money for AGG? Yeah, AGG, the money is fine for them. They can get another buy-in. But only one more. And then, well, I mean, if they were to lose, then it's lights out, basically. But Gambit are taking it around very slow. I mean, Dauren mentioned it in the CIS kind of style of play. Just super slow. Opposite to AGG, however, who were very fast. They like to, early in their CT side even, they were quite fast in some of the pushes they were doing into mid, trying to play close, trying to get the aggression going, trying to get reactions from the opponents immediately. But Gambit slow and steady. And seeing what they can get done. And you know, there is some merit to playing like that, but either way, I would like to point out that GruBy has an auto sniper.
He does, whereas GruBy, he's over towards A slope, which is where almost all the Gambit players are headed. Dosia has made a little nest for himself in connector, and he's in there again, wayLander and Palace. And then 3 Gambit players on A slope, so one would expect they're going to slowly creep and have a look at the angle, and then be met with this blat gun.
Tush, tush, tush. Oh, he got, wow, he got wrecked straight away. That and you almost expect that to be kind of the weapon that counters the A pushes with the smokes, but he just got picked immediately. That's some great stuff from Mo, winning that 1 versus 1 there, and now it's this could be lights out here for AGG unless they can pull this back somehow. But it really looks worse and worse for them right now. So we're gonna have to see whether AGG can do better in the next round.
Yeah, they're not going to have much opportunity. We'll see what they can do with these 2 rifles that they have opted to save. They opted to save, but they didn't particularly have a choice. Picks up the auto sniper now. So let's have a look. Done a bit of damage. So this is the first of 2 maps between these 2 teams. The following map is going to be Train. And let's see, this map was the pick of... This was the pick of Gambit, actually. So let's see if they can continue their winning ways and take this to 16 rounds. You can see the limitation on the CT side. We have the auto sniper continuing, but the UMP, the CZ, onto GruBy and Furlan, respectively. 4 people over towards the A site for AGG. And again, you have the passive initial hold from Gambit. Dosia, one would expect he will be moving towards connector in the next 20 seconds or so. Nice pop flashes coming in, but Repo's got that off angle to avoid the pop flashes. See, there was a Molotov in there earlier as well, so Repo may be a bit of a surprise for Dosia once he starts to move in.
Yeah, absolutely. It's going to be the convergence. Well, actually, I don't know what the word is. That means the opposite of convergence, but they're not in mid anymore, so they're not converging on mid anymore. But they're actually spreading out, fanning out 2 players towards the slope, as you can see, and Dosia's going to be... Is he going to go B-apps, or is he going to lurk in underpass? Looks like he's actually going through the apps, and the rest of the team are going to attack into A. So they should really wait for Dosia to get into position first, and looks like he is in position, more or less. And he's going to try to cause some distraction here. He's just going to go in and really try to get the distraction going before the push can come into play. If he gets a frag here, that's actually pretty huge. And he's going to find the 1 versus 1, but not quite in time, as now the teammates of his will be pushing up through the slope, through the palace area, trying to get the frags. And so far, so good for the CT side, spraying them down. It's all onto Mo now. And I mean, 1 versus 3, he's got 15 seconds because, you know, as usual, Gambit are going to leave themselves with no time in these rounds. Got to go for the plant immediately. They're going to charge him down. Or... What is this? How did he not die there? Okay, finally he gets finished off, but there you go. AGG will clinch another round, and the problem is just that Gambit's money will be reset. They just only won 2, so their money's not going to be very good. So I'll have to see if they can actually get something pulled together here to... Or is that money good? That's, okay, it's actually fine. James, it's actually fine. I just misread it completely.
Not bad, not bad.
Not bad. Yeah, so let's see how they handle this one. Honestly, it would be really nice to see them play a round that's not incredibly slow, giving themselves 10 seconds to plant the bomb, as seems to be most rounds. Just there's a lot to be said for mixing up the pace against teams, like conditioning them to certain paces and then mixing it up. Virtus Pro used to be very good at that.
Yeah, Virtus Pro were very good at starting to flank you through mid as soon as you stop looking at mid. Oh, Repo just chooses to run away there. Got a bit of a counter flash coming in case of a push from the T's, but in fact the bomb is rotating away. There are 5 smokes on the A site right now, and only Hooch is there for the T's. But they're not going to check laddering properly, and Rallen's going to get a free kill. Why aren't they just checking anything? Hyper on the site now is going to take down AdreN, who is all the way into the bomb site itself. Trade's coming in, but it is a 3 versus 3. wayLander picks up an AK. Did start with Tech 9. We'll see. 2 players coming in from short. Furlan just biding his time while Hooch is trying to go for a flank from the A site, leaving 2 of his teammates towards B. And there is GruBy coming up the ladder room, but Hooch just doesn't have the respective angle. So Furlan's actually waiting for a flank to come in. And he's going to take Hooch down from DPL. Now he can start moving towards B. Got Repo checking for the blind spot. Mo is alone for the moment. The bomb is quite reasonably ticked. That's a nice HE going for the pre-fire spray as well, but it's not going to be enough. It was almost enough, but not quite. AGG have one more round to bring this to overtime.
And they definitely look to be in a good position to do so, due to the fact that their buy is somewhat inferior to their Polish opposition. Now, oh, get a bit of a lag there, but Gambit's looking like they're just going to go for it. Maybe they will go for a faster play this round to in with the execute. We do have a couple of Tech 9s as well, so there's not really much value they can get in playing very slowly. So just get in there fast. They got a player. Who is it? It's Dosia. He's just milling around B-abs. Now he's coming back. So it seems somewhat unclear as to what Dosia was doing there actually. If that's a miscommunication or what that is, I don't know. Either way, he has now come to join forces with the rest of his team so he can throw nades. Maybe he just wanted to go lurk or something. Now we have two players very, very passive here for the AGG side towards ticket booth. That should be very good as to counter the Gambit side. Of course, they can smoke those positions off immediately, but when the smokes go away, the retake should be pretty strong. And wayLander with the first frag there against GruBy, so good start here for the Gambit side, but still much more work to be done.
All the CT smoked out of the site, rallen coming in through the connector. Hyper still over towards B bomb site, bomb between Bartosz now, so he'll be rotating. We have all the Ts alive at the moment. Dosia and Mo going back to T-spawn. wayLander still in the palace as the CT start to push. Hooch is going to win the duel with rallen, looking for another one, but he will lose that one. AdreN still on the site actually, so his teammates can run distraction while he shoots in from the back. Perfect play by them. Hyper's the last man standing now, 2 versus 1. AGG running out of time. He does have a defuse kit, but he needs to find these 2 players. There's one, but last is in mid. That's Dosia, and he's going to be looking all over the place. He's never going to find him in time. And that is the GG position. All has ended for AGG on map 1 of 2. The pick of Gambit, 14 to 16 in favor of the side with a bit of momentum now. I believe that's what, three maps in a row they've won now?
I think so.
Yeah, and they'll be going through to Train, which will be the pick of AGG. So, Duncan, how did you feel about the performance from the 2 teams on that map?
What can you say about that? AGG tried to get it going, but they couldn't really get it going on the T side. So, in the end, you know, cost back in 1.6. This map used to be known as Strike, which reminds me of the miners' strikes in the 60s. 28 years old I was. There we go. I just wanted to give everyone the feeling like he was here again. I miss him. I miss him. Miss Red Eye. So, no, in this game, this was another example of where one side gets up to a big, big lead. You're thinking, oh, they've got a really good chance to just close this out very early on because it was so dominant in the first half. But then Gambit is just like a team that's not well-rounded at all in this sense. They don't play 2 strong halves in a game, it feels like. And so AGG, they weren't even that terrible on the T side. Like, they actually had, one thing I noticed that I'll give them credit for is they actually save properly. Like, they'll do full Glock saves even without buying even nades and flash. They'll just do a full Glock save, standard style. The problem was their fragging was really, really poor on the T side. That was where they had all their difficulties, whereas same people for Gambit, Mo, all these guys having very, very good performances. Second half, they came alive a bit there, but obviously they've come up short, and this hasn't been a good group for them overall. I think as well, someone noted that I think Hellraisers were already through at some point or something. I'm not sure what the group standings were at that point in time.
I have to check with the TOs.
Okay.
About that. So yeah, it is a round robin format, so those things can happen, I suppose. So AGG go into their last match of the evening on Train, which is the pick of AGG. Do you have any expectations on this?
Train should be a decent map for them, I think. This is a map that they're going to be quite comfortable on. It's one that we've seen them play many, many times in this lineup in the past versions of different names that they had before. Obviously, no longer called the same, but I think this should be a solid chance for them. The problem is, it's also one of Gambit's best maps, and it's one of the maps that Gambit's very good on the T side. Like, they're very good at getting into that outer sight and getting the bomb down over and over and over again. So, yeah, I mean, I was actually kind of shocked in this game that Gambit was so woeful on their T side, because usually, I think T side's where they're usually better, I think. Against the top teams, they're not as crisp on the CT side.
Yeah, we've definitely seen that today. So a few highlights from the previous 2 maps.
This is the round, obviously, that he wins, like, got like 3 kills, 4 kills or something.
Yeah.
Yeah, so we've had a lot of games that have gone they
But
looked
that
like
obviously ended up actually being a really big kill when you consider how close the game was. I mean, that would have been a much earlier closeout from Gambit probably otherwise.
yeah, exactly. We've had a lot of chances to close things out quickly, but it's ended up going to all 30 rounds. It seems that additional pressure is required to perhaps put things over the line here, but that can easily go the wrong way. So, the last map of the European part is going to be Train, and we will be going to that straight after this break. We will see you in a few minutes.